It's nearly time for the next pumpy time, guys. We all need to lock in. We all need to strap up. We all need to get ready for the gains. Alrighty, guys. What is up? Welcome back to the show. It is your boy, Lex Shmoney. Right now, I want to say before we do start, I don't know about this background. I don't like my old background. You guys let me know, should I change it? It feels a little bit weird to be using this background. Also, if any graphic designers are watching the video right now, and you can make me like a Lex Money theme background, hit me up. But today, I'm going to take you through exactly why everybody watching the video right now should be super bullish. You should be edging right now, guys. You should be ready to splurge. Oh my god, this chair. Can you hear that? Guys, I want to start off with this. This is CoinGlass. If you haven't used CoinGlass, all of you need to make sure you are using CoinGlass because it gives you a lot of good stats. It gives you a lot of good analytics. You guys can start to form a picture in your head whether or not we should be bullish, we should be bearish. The current sentiment from everybody who uses CoinGlass overall is bearish. 34% bearish, 12% very bearish. Only like a total of 30% which are bullish and then 20% neutral. So who's usually right? Is it usually the crowd or is it usually the contrarian thinkers? I don't know why so many people are so bearish, and a lot of people are really bearish on Ethereum, which makes absolutely no sense. To me, it makes me feel like there's probably a lot more new money in the market than we actually did expect, or people just don't trust in the cycles anymore, which is so strange, because they've been going exactly the way that they always do. So the fact that the majority of people in the market are bearish makes me bullish, makes me think that maybe some of the lower price targets at that like 3k, the 85 to 88k Bitcoin may not come. Only time will tell. And a lot of shorts might get wrecked soon. You saw a lot of people piled up the shorts just shy of 100k. Now, there are shorts lower at like 90k, 96, not too much. A lot of the liquidity is above our heads right now, which is what we'd like to see. Because when this liquidity gets grabbed, that's going to push us up to like 102k as the first targets. Again, I'll show you all of my trading views at the end of the video. 102k first target. Then you go into like 105, 107k. Right, for our first targets for Bitcoin. So the fact that everyone's bearish, we've got a lot of short stacked above our heads. Majority of retail think that we're going lower. When is retail usually right, guys? It's normally not. Now, this is one I wanted to ask everybody watching the video right now. How much ETH are you guys holding? The ICP community absolutely ripped me a new asshole for asking this question. But I hold quite a bit of ETH, to be honest, guys. And that is because we can play the game. ETH will run first. It will then drain down into our lower caps, guys. So if you want to play the market, you can play it that way. I'll be using some of my ETH gains maybe to get into some smaller caps at the end of the bull run. A lot of the ETH gains I'll be taking as profit. Again, people are starting to say that ETH is rubbish. It's not going to print you all-time highs. If ETH fails this cycle, best believe your altcoins are going to get absolutely fucking wrecked. Because look, if you don't believe me, look at the previous data. We've got two realistic cycles to go off. What happened after the Bitcoin halving year? ETH put in the most gains in the first quarter, or first third in this case, than it did compared to all of the other months leading up to it. We're now on it's the 5th of January, and we're already up 8% for ETH, which is nothing. So this is the start. This is making me feel like, maybe the lower ETH of 3k that we were expecting. I had a bag to the side to get ETH at 3k. Maybe I'm not going to be that lucky to be picking it up. If it does come, I'll make sure that I do pick it up. But until then, I've just continued to DCA into ETH. But this is already a sign to say pumpy time is around the corner. And do you remember when I posted this? When I said for the next 4 weeks, just avoid looking at your portfolio. Come back end of Jan, ready to party. This was the 17th of December. So this was like 2.5, nearly 3 weeks ago. End of next week is going to be 4 weeks. And me and Reki are on the same page. Week 10 in Bitcoin price discovery begins tomorrow. Usually week 7, 8, and 9 are the pullback weeks, and then we transition into continuation from week 10. That is usually when ETH goes. That is usually when the altcoins go. And a lot of people say this has been the worst bull run ever. Well, guess what? the last portion of the bull run is where the immense gains do come into play. It's usually the hardest bit to navigate because we go up very, very fast. People get ahead of themselves. They don't realize that we're actually closer to the end of the cycle than they'd like to believe. They start to pile in their buys right at the end when things have pumped up hundreds of %, and then they get wrecked into the next bear market. So guys, we've been hodling on, and I know it sounds like a broken record saying, right, we're so close, but all the data is saying that we should be getting ready for party time very soon. And then just before we do get into the trading view, we look at this data for altcoin dominance or for Bitcoin dominance, should I say. Look where we are. January of the post-halving year has usually led to an altcoin season. Now, yeah, maybe we won't get as a dramatic altcoin season as the first two, but for a lot of us that got great entries, that have been buying, that have been holding, that haven't been trying to chase the new AI agent that pumped up 1,000% today, these coins will start to go, and you're starting to see it in your portfolio already. My portfolio is fully recovered now from all of the previous dumpy time, right? So I'm fully recovered. It is looking fantastic. And when we come to the altcoin chart, we're getting ready to go to the shmoney zone, guys. The shmoney zone takes us to around 1.6 trillion. We've broken out. Now, I do want to say that while I'm saying like this is bullish and we should be super excited for the coming weeks, we haven't really had a full retest of the breakout. So technically, we could come down like another 5% for altcoins. And then everybody on the comments are going to be like, you told me it was going to pump. What's happening? This is bearish. What's happening? I don't know what to do. Should I sell it all? Look at this, okay, from a longer term perspective, right? Massive flag that we're in now, a massive bull pennant, if you want to call it that. And for the altcoin market cap, that's going to bring us up another 55%. That's $560 billion of growth coming into the market, guys, okay? So remember, your favorite coin that's only at 100 million, if there's 560 billion coming in, then a lot of these altcoins are going to be doing extremely well. And everybody who was fearful and they were bearish, the same people that were saying we're going to 40k when Bitcoin was at 60, they're going to be in the same camp of saying Ethereum's not going to move, altcoins are pretty much done, and then they'll be buying up here with us in the shmoney zone. Then lastly, we come to ETH. We're getting ready for that change of character at nearly 3.8k. Right now, we're trying to test a breakout from this channel that we've been in since March. So this has been a 9-month consolidation, which has been disgusting. We had the 1618 bear trap long level. If we were picking up ETH in this area, we're doing fantastic. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 pickups we've had. And again, I've shown you this in many other videos as well. But the time to buy for everyone who's a little bit late, looks like we're about to leave it. If we can hold this, and we hold this as support going into next week, it could be fireworks next week. And that could really start to bring us into the last stage of thrill and euphoria. So it's looking pretty good right now, guys. It is looking good. My eyes are on the prize on the ETH chart now. Bitcoin can do its thing. Yeah, that would drag up the general market with it. But really, we need ETH to start to go. And then we also need the total 3 to continue. So we're going to look back at these videos, guys, at this point here, and we're going to go, oh my god, it was so obvious, derp, 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 why didn't I buy more altcoins? Or you can be a smart investor and you can say, do you know what? I've got to have big balls in this moment. It's either going to go down and crypto's finished, or we make generational wealth over the coming months. I know what team I'm on. You guys let me know what team you're on in the comment section. Are you ready for the biggest altcoin season of the past few years? Because I am. Even if we do get a slight 5-10% correction in altcoins, I'm just looking at the bigger picture, and I know that we're going to be doing so well coming into the next few months. Everything is aligning. It's slapping us in the face. The price action is usually what gets a lot of investors wrecked because they get scared and they think it's never going to go up. Don't be that investor that only buys into the green. See the opportunity, guys. That being said, if you don't want to miss any more content, you want to stay bullish, you want to track the journey with me, click that subscribe button. I'm going to see you tomorrow, guys. Peace.